I think you can start talking now, Shweta.
Okay, welcome to Brava Wise Women Wednesday. Dia is known as the networking queen, and she is going to be giving us her beautiful presentation. And she earned this title of networking queen by being present everywhere and knowing everyone. However, what many people didn't know was that Dia really wanted them to think that way. Very clever, Dia, very clever. While she's a natural connector, she found it exhausting to remember everyone she met. And in 2009, Dia discovered a system that allowed her to stay in touch with people and remain top of mind. So this way, she became more memorable in a sea of digital clutter. So Dia now teaches others to implement a tangible touch in their marketing strategy to help boost referrals and the bottom line. Oh, that's awesome, Dia. Over to you.
Thank you. It's just, sorry, I just had a message saying that it's not being shared, so that's really weird. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just go and see what happens. So let's start. Sorry that this isn't sorted, but let's get on with it. So as Sweta, thank you so much for that lovely introduction, said, I focus on relationship marketing, and because I do believe relationships will increase your bottom line. Very quickly, have started life as a school teacher, did a marketing course, worked in sales for a few years, joined this fabulous company, Send Out Cards, in 2009, and also had a jewelry business at the same time. And I used the both to accelerate the jewelry sales, and phenomenal sales happen. Obviously, when you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. So as a result of loving it, I won all these awards, was top income earners, was on these Eagle's Nest thing. And all of that led to my big why, which is traveling with my family and, well, not drinking as much coffee, but it was a traveling with the family. So it's a great summary of what I've done in the past, and as bucket list moments with the family. That's why I do what I do, to share these things. And in fact, we're off in the new year to do some more traveling. So what we're going to cover today is getting noticed in a busy world. It's a very busy time, looking at strategies to follow up. A lot of people don't follow up. In fact, the statistic is 40% of people give up after the first follow-up. Like almost half people don't do anything after one follow-up. I mean, who here buys anything from one email or one follow-up? Not many of us. Even with some of these new members that we have, I've had to sort of say six or seven messages for them to actually, pay their invoice or to activate the membership. So, to give up half the people, if you're doing more, at least 2 follow-ups, you're better than half the people in your competitors. And then the art of keeping your customers. So we say it's all about relationships. We try to bridge the gap between high tech and personal. So we all love our social media. We all love the pinging, the the messaging, I said one time that I had my phone in one room, my iPad in another room, and my laptop. And people were either trying to text me, message me. And it's like, oh my goodness, can we just give it a break for a minute? Because all these little pings. And then that was the beginning of me turning off my notifications, because you don't want to be too available all the time, 24/7, which is why, again, all the phone things give you the snooze, not the snooze, but the quiet section on your phone, so you don't have interruptions. So relationships will develop. It's all about long-term with customers, prospects, rather than encouraging a one-time sale. We want to get out of that transactional mode. We want people to become raving fans and coming back, and we want them to tell others, because whilst we have to be on all the social media, we have to have a good website. How many of us, you can show in the thing or put in the chat, how many of us get referrals from word of mouth marketing? A lot of us. Is it the only thing we can do? No, but it's a huge part of many of our businesses. So, in that busy world, how do we stand out of those text, tweets and pings, and how do we create know, like and trust and connections? It's what we do really well. So my question to you is, are you being forgotten? Are you that little teddy bear that's been dropped at the park when someone's gone for a walk? We need to build strong connections. It's more than just face to screen interactions. So the fortune is in the follow-up. So why don't we do it? You can put in the chat why you don't do it. A lot of the time it's time, fear of rejection, don't know what to do. How do you follow up? You know, what do I say? I noticed there's apostrophe missing. Forget that slide. Okay, as I said before, the statistics, it's 48% of all salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of them after a second contact and stop. So if you stop after 2, there's 75%, you're 75% better than others. 12% of all salespeople make 3 contacts and stop. And only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. And the interesting part is that when the sale actually happens, the studies show that only 2% of sales are made after just 1 contact. So yeah, if you're lucky, you might be, you know, right time, right thing, all the universe is pointing in the right way. You met someone, they go, yep, that's what I need. I'm buying, I'm signing up, I'm joining instantly. Then that can happen, 2% of people, but that's not, you know, enough to be consistent in your sales. You go all the way down, it says that 80% of sales are made through the 5th to 12th contact. So I ask you, are you leaving money on the table because you're not following up consistently? So the sales cycle, when you look at this slide, and this could be a whole seminar in itself, and I'll go very quickly, but these are what happens in a normal typical sale is you've got brand awareness, brand consideration, brand, what's that say? Preferences. Then you've got purchase with intention, purchase, the loyalty, and then advocacy. And what we suggest in that cycle is that once people become aware of it, you meet someone for the first time, oops, what's happened? Here we go. You send them a nice to meet you card. It's not nothing. I mean, I did 2 yesterday. Instantly as I met people, they said, I've never heard of send out cards. What is it? Oh, well, let me show you. So I did a nice to meet you card. Now that, you know, in a few months, I might go just checking in to see how you're doing so that they're reminded of the brand. So there's consideration in that part of it. Then I don't often do much in that one because they can look at they might go and look at other options if there's a preference, and they might be, I can't think of an example, but, you know, maybe they just love Hallmark and that's all they're going to do, and that's fine, but at least they're doing something. And then with they might have decided, yes, no, they're going to actually consider and look at mine. So they'll send them a grateful for clients like you. Then they buy something, and, you know, we couldn't do it without people like you, and there's content obviously inside. And then loyalty, let's celebrate together so that we appreciate that they're still buying our products. And then at the end, it's thanks for the referral. So if you integrate in that cycle through 4 cards, because this depends how fast this cycle is for your brand, your business. If it's a quick cycle, you're not going to send 6 cards, but if it's a long cycle, it might take you to onboard somebody. You need to stay in touch without constantly saying, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because that's sort of, people get tired of that. So that's the client connection cycle. So as I said, we are partnered with Send Out Cards. That saves you time, money, and they'll perceive it as an indifference that you're not interested in them. And then they will go and search it either on Google, which we talked about earlier. And if you don't come up there, they can't remember your name, they can't remember your business, then you will be forgotten. So what we do is we help you reach out and act on those promptings, we call them, because we get a nudge to think about somebody that, oh, that's right, that's that thing I was looking at. What do they do again? And if you're not top of mind, you won't be able to find them. So we talk about creating these campaigns that are touch points throughout the year so that you can set and forget them. You create them in your words, in your branding, in your messaging. You create them once and you trigger it to be, if it's a prospect or if it's a client, depending what sort of sequencing you want, and you can stay in touch with heartfelt messages. And we do it, well, the system does it for you. So if you're in real estate, you send a card immediately. Thanks for the listing. 3 months later, how are you enjoying it? You know, it's a little treat in there for maybe it's some brownies you can send with them. And then, you know, send a birthday card and a holiday card. And you'll see the pattern in a minute. Every industry, if you're in finance, immediate send out a card. 6 months later, we can help you. 12 months later, you might be looking at goals and planning for the 12 month, the next 12 months ahead, and then depending when their birthdays, and then sending out a holiday card. Same with legal. It doesn't matter what industry, construction. What am I doing? Decided to play it with. And then of course we've got the, this time of the year, we were talking earlier with a few people how people aren't sending cards and gifts at the moment for obvious reasons, or not so obvious, but it's a shame, because for $3, if you can't appreciate or share a bit of love on your clients, as me with my Christmas cards, I think we all need it this time of the year, especially this year. Send out a little heartfelt message to say thank you for your support, thinking of you and your family, whatever you want to say. And it's obviously not just Christmas, there's lots, we celebrate every festive season. The cards can be fully customized to what you need, you want. And you can also do them in bulk, or you can do it. I personally love that, where you can send them and then the company sends it direct to the person. I won't show that because we don't have time. So I share this because, and I did talk about this last night when I was at the marketing thing, what is the value of your fridge as real estate? If people are putting cards on your fridge, on their fridge that you have sent them, every time they open that fridge, they are, they see you. They might not think of you, but they will remember you because you've done that. And then also this guy sent a card out to, he's in real estate and he's earned commission from that one card he sent out in October. So, these things, whilst, we don't measure marketing should be measurable. We don't often sit there and go, what did I get out of that last email campaign? It's consistency. It's a combination of everything. But these cards break through digital clutter. And that's what we talk about. There's lots of, I'm not going to go into that because the testimonials, we're running out of time, is bang on time. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. We know that famous saying, and we are human. Business is personal. And we need to remember that when we're dealing with people. They're not machines and they're not robots. So thank you.